Hello, welcome. Oh, let me just turn my tablet on there so I can make sure everything's working okay. Ted was in his cat cam. Why don't you sit there, bud? Thanks for joining me, everyone. If I can see the chat in a second when my tablet decides to wake up. One moment. There we go. Excellent. Okay. Thanks for joining me for another baking stream. Good to be back in the kitchen. Let me just check that I remember. I remembered to turn the kettle on this time. Hooray. So today we're talking all about Founders of Teotihuacan. No. Sorry, I'm trying to remember how to pronounce it. Is it Teotihuacan? Teotihuacan, I think. I think it was right the first time. That needs to be refreshed. So if you were talking to me, I am not seeing it. That's better. Okay. Excellent. Okay. So, let me just brew up some tea while we get started and I can get prepped. Good boy, Ted. Let me know if you've got any stream snacks or bevies. I'm going with some horchata tea today. So I don't know that I've tried proper horchata. I think it's made with like rice, like blending up cooked rice with some cinnamon and vanilla, it's like a latte sort of thing, but spiced and like a rice as a base. So a little bit like creamed rice, I guess, like a very desserty drink. But this is a tea based on horchata. So it does actually have tea in it, but it's got puffed rice and similar spices. So I think I've had this one before. Pretty tasty. And I mean, I think horchata has analogues in, I think it's like originally originated somewhere in Africa, but it's popular across Asia and particularly popular in Mexico, since that's where we're visiting today. Okay, well, I'll just let that brew for a minute. Okay. Excellent. Is that working? Just making sure I'm not missing anything in chat. Why don't we pop that out? Pop. That's better. Oh, Big Meeple. Hello, welcome. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, let me know if you've got any stream snacks or beverages, or if you've been playing anything fun lately. Let me know if the sound is off or anything. It should be good. Main issue is usually I'm competing with the fridge, but it's not on a high cycle right now, so I think we're fine. So, obviously today we're talking about Founders of Teotihuacan. So you may have seen I dropped my first video review it's been 6 months or so. I've just been recalibrating what I primarily want to do with the channel. I mean, the more time I spend on actually reviewing games, the less time I'm cooking and getting away from my little niche. But I had this one came in and it just inspired a lot of thoughts that I wanted to sort of flex those reviewer muscles a little bit and get back into the habit. So it won't be a super regular occasion, maybe once a month or so I'll have a review of some kind out, but I don't want to lose touch with the food side of things. So we're going to be hitting that tonight. We're going to be making Alegria. It's something called Mexican candy. Something froze. No, I think we're good. Mexican candy. It seems like it's a little bit like a granola bar. It's like grains and nuts and fruits baked into a bar. And apparently it means joy, I am told. The reason I'm doing this, I mean, obviously, the time period that this is set in, we don't have many legitimate recipes to go by. But what we do know is the Teotihuacan was pre-Aztec, I think. I'm very rusty on the actual time period. Teotihuacan is obviously prehistoric. Then you had the Aztec and Mayans. But what we know of them is that they, and the Aztec especially, who followed up, who sort of resided in that same area, were very much valued amaranth. It's a type of grain. It's a little bit like quinoa, a little bit. Like very small. Up. Let's see if you can see. Millet. Okay, yeah.
It looks like millet.
Yeah, it's a super grain, I guess you'd call it. You can basically you cook it in hot water, and you can use it for like salad and like same as any other grain basically. Or you can do what we're doing today and pop it like popcorn. I wanted to try and do it on stream, but I've only got the one camera sort of locked down. I don't really moving it back and forth too much. It's going to it would mean cleaning more of the kitchen, and B, it's just going to give you all vertigo moving it back and forth. So let's have a quick look here. So this is what I've worked on earlier. Oh, and the camera timed out very quickly there. Come on. My camera die? No, it's on. It's just very slow. Okay, so it's basically tiny popcorn. It's a bit hard to see here, obviously. I need to get a bit of lighting over there. But I posted a video on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to have a look at that, you can see the sort of in progress shot as it's popping in the pan. It's probably easy. It took a little while to figure out the exact heat, but once you get that right level, it like you put a spoonful in, pops in about 20 seconds, and then cycle it out. So it was pretty easy. So we've got a whole bunch of popped amaranth. So we're going to be using some of that, some mixed nuts and things, which reminds me I need to turn the oven on. Oven is on. So we're going to be mixing that with some nuts and raisins. And the other key ingredient is panela, or piloncillo, I think it's called. There's a couple of different names for it. I could find the authentic Mexican variety. It's basically cane sugar, sort of unprocessed cane sugar, sort of in brick form or like little cones. So this is a Southeast Asian equivalent. I'm not sure that it's exactly the same thing, but very similar. This just is literally called sugarcane in pieces. So should be very similar, if not by the same name. So we're going to be using that just sort of as the binding agent. What we need to do first is we need to roast up some nuts, just a light roast. So let me find that. There we go. So we're just going to lightly roast these in the oven for 10 minutes, bring out those flavors. It shouldn't take very long to put together. We're going to get this out of the way, and while everything's cooling, because it needs to sit for about 30-40 minutes, while that's happening, we're going to play a game. Set up the game here, and we can try playing a solo round. Now, has anyone there played, I mean, it's unlikely that any of you would have played this, but have you played any of the other games in this series, like the original Teotihuacan, there's all the others in the T series, Tabanusi, Tekenu, again, I always forget the names, but there's quite a lot of them in that series. But this is the first I've tried that series, but from Boards and Dice. I guess I played Zolkin years ago. I think that was actually by a different designer. Sorry, a different publisher. That was still Daniel Tashini, I think, who designed that, and the original Teotihuacan. But Tzolk'in was by CGE, I think, different designer. Sorry, different publisher. So this is by a different designer too, though. It's still with Boards and Dice, board singular and dice, like the original Teotihuacan, but it's designed by Philip Glowitz. who I think runs the publisher over there, and he did Mandala Stones last year. Another one I've not tried. So it's the first game. Oops, nearly lost it. First game by both the publisher and designer. But I was pleasantly surprised. I won't spoil my review, but it's got a lot going on. It's a relatively shorter game. It's about 60 minutes, sort of rough estimate. Very much scaled down compared to these big sprawling boards and pieces and tiles everywhere that you get with the others in the series. But it's quite a lot of interaction for a tile laying game. It's deceptively tricksy, both in the restrictions you have individually, as like what you can do moment to moment, but also the player interaction can be quite limiting as to what you can do. So, we're still waiting on the oven to heat up. Oh, my tea's probably ready before I forget that again. Okay. Smells like popcorn here doubly so now between the popped amaranth and the rice in the tea here. It's smelling very nutty right now. Oh, onto the board. Thank you. Yes, this is my apron. I always forget to actually say, but you can actually buy these. I've got the Redbubble store. So I've got my original apron that has pockets. So I know everyone loves pockets. This comes in some handy in the kitchen. But this one I can only get from. It's like one of those stores you have to buy, but like you buy 100 of them and then do fulfillment yourself. So I just got one of those as a test, and it works pretty well. But print's a little small, and obviously I'd have to do fulfillment myself. But Redbubble, on the other hand, Redbubble's the only place I could find custom aprons. So it doesn't have pockets, but the print on it is actually really nice. It's I can't remember the exact name, but it's not just a print over the top of it. It's actually sort of sublimation, yeah. It's sort of heated into the material itself, so it's not going to wear out, which is a really cool technique. So it's nice quality. So you can order those on Redbubble, but I'm tentatively thinking of getting a batch of the other ones that I can maybe give out as some gifts in the upcoming convention season. Or if anyone else knows any other sites that do custom aprons, let me know. I'm curious, because there's a lot of t-shirt companies, obviously. If you just want custom t-shirts, aprons are a little more harder to come by. Okay, well, so we've got this ready to go. Let's measure out our vanilla. Find my scissors at least. Where they put those? That's alright. Tiny scissors will work. Okay, how do you even open this? Like 3 layers to the packaging here. Has anyone cooked with cane sugar before? Any other fun recipes to use with that? So you know what? We need 8 ounces of cane sugar. Oh wow, there's like a stick. Okay, that's 2.5. Okay, there you go, 8, exactly 8. Okay, cool. So 3 sticks of cane sugar. So we're going to be melting this down with some honey and lemon juice. Yeah, heating that on the stove top to get it melted runny. Then we're going to pour that over the nuts and amaranth and mix it all together. That's going to set and forget. Now that's pretty much it. And while it is setting, we can play some Founders. Hello, Ted. Yes, you might have noticed I have new emotes on the channel featuring yours truly, not yours truly, the cat, Ted, I wanted to make them free. Unfortunately, I can't have free emotes until I have a certain threshold of followers. But if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free subscription. I don't have Amazon Prime anymore, but when I did, I'd like to share it around and each month support a new creator. I mean, I of course still subscribe as well, but don't waste those beta bucks. It's use them or lose them. Definitely going to have to look into getting something with that pie on a tee. I don't actually have a t-shirt for it, to be honest. So I'm not big on the whole branding thing. I don't like having my the Board Game Feast name out there just for the sake of it. I just want the pie and the cat vibes. The other thing I've got on the Redbubble is this shirt. I don't know how much of that's going to come across, but it's for the Calico. I was doing this solo Calico challenge. So this and the pie, both designed by my talented wife. She did a great job there. So you can get the apron or the shirt on Redbubble. I do want to diversify a little bit more at some point, but I don't want to give too much work to my wife either. So, well, maybe we'll look at creating something in the future. I'm still trying to recalibrate the channel a little bit.
Put a shout out for requests.
Yes, if you have any, it's pretty easy to throw the pile on a t-shirt, obviously. I could probably do that. Okay, is that oven? That's nearly ready to go. You know what? It's close enough. Let's just get this in there so we're not waiting any longer. Okay, Echo, set timer 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
Okay, so while waiting for that, I guess, what else do we need? We need some honey. So we have the 8 ounces of cane sugar. We want half a cup of honey. That's pretty easy. Pretty much everything in this recipe is half a cup. So half a cup of all the nuts, half a cup of raisins, half a cup of honey. Oh, this is unopened. Hang on a sec. And it was 8 ounces of the cane sugar, 4 ounces of the puffed amaranth, and a dash of lemon juice. So I didn't even need a recipe printout today. Excellent. Okay.
I remember my dream.
There you go. There's most of the jargon. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so why don't we start heating up the stove? We're going to heat that over medium, just enough to melt down that cane sugar until we want it to thicken up a little bit, basically. Let's see, what can we do while we wait for the rest? Well, if you've got playing any games, let me know. We've just been playing a lot of Great Western Trail for the Omnigamers Club podcast. I've been playing a lot of that on BGA. I haven't had a chance to try the new version in person yet. It's hard to come by a copy, but yeah, really enjoying the BGA implementation of that, and just starting to scratch the surface of the strategy. There's quite a bit of depth there. It's this huge sandbox, and each strategy you can dive into quite deeply, but we haven't maxed out in any regard yet. But we just recorded the podcast, was it last night? No, a couple nights ago. So it's a little behind as we were recovering from some not non-COVID illnesses, but that'll be coming out either later this week or next week. So stay tuned for that. It will be announced with the episode, but the next episode of the podcast beyond that is going to be Norco, video game. It just came out a couple of weeks ago on. You can get it on Game Pass PC. It's a point-and-click sci-fi dystopian game set in Norco, Louisiana, with the backdrop of the factories down there, the plumes of fire and everything, and that part is very much real, unfortunately, and a lot of the climate anxieties around flooding and everything down there. So I played I played the first couple of hours basically as my first impressions. I streamed that earlier in the week, so you can catch the VOD on that still, or play along for yourself. It's on PC Game Pass. I've been playing Nevsky. I have not heard of that one. Tell me about that. And want to play Almoravid. Oh, is that the GMT war game? I remember you posted a photo. I have zero experience with GMT games, but I really like the direction, the art style direction on that one. It definitely looks like a more modern game compared to a lot of their previous offerings that have been very, very grey and old school, very classic looking, we'll say. Of course, you've been playing lots of Root. Yes, we just started the game. That's right. I'm afraid to log in. One of the other fellow, I think he was playing Cats. He's apparently wiped the board with me already, so I'm very afraid to log in and see the result of that. But you have that's how you learn in Root is you learn by making mistakes. And you're going to try Western Trail. Yeah, if you ever want a game on BGA, hit me up. I've been playing a lot of it async right now. It's hard to make time for real-time games. I've heard there is some good tutorials. Has anyone tried the tutorial feature on Board Game Arena? I think it's relatively new. Hang on a moment. It's really new, and I think it can be multiple different tutorials for one game. It's not like there's one official tutorial. Multiple people can submit one, and I guess the best will just rise to the top. Echo? Stop. Okay, one moment. Just give him a nuts a shake. You said it, not me. Nevsky is the first in the Levy and campaign series. It's a war game that focuses on economy instead of brute force. Yeah, I certainly. I've never been a huge fan of pure war games. I just don't have the strategic mind for it. But also just I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of. I know a lot of them don't celebrate war, but it's just not a theme I've necessarily enjoyed. But looking at different perspectives of war is certainly an interesting angle. What was I saying before? Tutorials. Yeah, so apparently there's a few tutorials out for Great Western Trail, so that's worth checking out. And I'm curious if anyone has tried those. I might try one even for a game I know the rules to, just to see how it compares. But it's a pretty good adaptation, all things considered. Most deck building games, I feel, kind of don't translate too well online. Like Arnak and Dune Imperium, I had pretty mixed reactions to online. A lot of the board might be able to relate. I played Dune Imperium online, didn't really dig it, but played it in person a few weeks ago and surprisingly enjoyed it. It's still the same game, obviously, but the tactile elements just so much easier to utilize. So I try not to let my impressions of a game sort of be too. I try not to let them be set in stone if I've only played it online. So I'm just going to close this window 1 second. Okay. Yeah, so I love June, didn't like Arnak, it was weird. I really can't decide if I like Arnak. It's a very, and again, that's partly because I've mostly played it online. I've got the physical game, but I've mostly just played it solo, in person. It's a game that I feel like it's trying too hard to be both, trying to be both a deck building game and a worker placement game, and kind of failing at both. It's like very shallow level depth to both elements rather than just focusing on one. Whereas June, I feel, has a slightly better grasp of, like, it's a little longer for one thing, and does each of those with a little more depth, I feel. I'd still prefer a pure version of either, I think. I love worker placement games, so I mean, June is never going to be my favorite worker placement game, but it's hard. I need to stop judging for what I expect it to be and meet it on its own terms. It's the same as Arnak. So yeah, I really struggle to know what to think about it. It's certainly a very accessible game. It's bright, it's colourful, it plays easily. It's easy to interpret at least, but it all feels so arbitrary as well. The way you move up the track, it just, oh, now I need 2 blue and 1 white. Now I need 1 yellow and 2 red, and it's just very arbitrary what you need at any given moment. It's that part, the theme doesn't really come through. So what did I miss? No outer elements. It feels like a game with mechanics jumbled. I think June has a more outside of the board feeling. Yeah, very much based on feelings, yes. But yeah, I can kind of agree with that. It's jumbled is good. The mechanics don't feel integrated in a particularly interesting way. Like you've obviously got the dual use cards, which is vital. Am I going to use this to play the card? Am I going to use this to play a worker? But the decision is so tight. You have 5 rounds, so 5 rounds of drawing your card. So you never really get much depth to that. You might only see a card once, and you might have to use that as a worker, so you never actually get to play that card. So it's just not very satisfying actually building that deck. And same with the worker placement, you only ever have 2 workers. I do want to try the expansion. I haven't managed to track that down yet. I do want to try that and see if it mixes things up enough. But I don't know, my issues with it might be a little too baked in. But I have played a lot of it. Maybe I'm just burnt out on it. Everyone loves that game, and so I've been playing a lot of it on BGA. So maybe I've just seen what there is to see, which is fine. You don't have to play. Every game can be a forever game. Okay, so I think we might be good with the nuts. Okay, we have nuts. Let me just set this aside for a minute. Okay, so now that's done, I'm going to start off the cane sugar. So we're just going to throw this in the pot. Along with the honey and a dash of lemon juice. So I'll just get off camera for a second. Okay, those start melting real quickly. So I'm going to have to keep a close eye on those. But we just want it to wait for the cane sugar to actually melt completely, wait for it to thicken up a little bit, and then we're going to pour it over our amaranth. So let's prep this. Need to make sure a couple of these pecans. So I don't think I said I've got a mix of pumpkin seeds, pecans, and peanuts. I just need to cut up the pecans a little more. Which I probably could have done before I roasted them. That's fine. Okay. So we want. Don't touch that. But what about cooking? I'm cooking Alegria. It's a Mexican candy. I've seen it referred to as a candy, but it's more. It's kind of like a granola sort of bar. Nuts and raisins and popped amaranth grain. It's like tiny popcorn. But sort of baked into a bar. Or, yeah, cut into slices. One thing I didn't mention, I think I got off track, amaranth. So, very much valued by the Aztecs and, I mean, all the cultures across Mesoamerica, the pre-Columbian civilizations there, that is. Very important to their culture and used in rituals and everything. So when the conquistadors came in, they thought it was sort of part of a pagan belief. Basically, it was too tied up with their rituals, so they basically banned it and forced everyone to convert to wheat instead. So amaranth was basically outlawed across South America. It's still around today, but obviously not nowhere near as popular as it used to be. At least, I mean, probably it's still quite a thing down there in South America, but hasn't had much impact outside of there. But it's starting to be regarded as a bit of a super grain, same as like quinoa and millet. Wife was saying it's quite similar to. But this is my first time cooking with it. I basically just pop it like popcorn in the pan. Pretty easy. Let me just check on this. Okay, so we need to measure out 4 ounces. Where did I put my scales? I had it here a second ago. There it is. Okay. Okay, so 4 ounces of the puffed amaranth. Oop. No. Not quite. There we go. Okay, close enough. This is a little bit more for the measure. There we go. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to throw the nuts and the sugarcane mix in here once that's ready. In fact, why don't we do this now? Save a minute. Okay. Okay, it's nearly ready. It's just a couple of lumps that I need to simmer down. Okay, let's give this a mix. And so we're literally pouring the sugarcane mix over top of this and letting it set and forget. And that's it. So, and while that is setting, we'll jump into our game here. Okay. So, I guess you might be able to see that. Sorry, the light. If I bring it any closer, there's not going to be any light. I really have to remember to set up an actual light in our living room. I'll get some better photos of this after the fact, obviously. It's part of the reason. So, obviously, the whole. I was happened to be listening to a discussion on amaranth, completely unrelated to the game. I think it was Alton Brown in his cookbook was talking about it as a super grain, and it's the background of it being banned, and so I was looking into ways to incorporate that for this game when I was thinking about how to what to bake along with it. And you can have it as very flat bars, like very thin flat bars, but I also saw a few basically cut into like cube shapes, just like the blocks of the pyramid that we're building. So once this is all done, we should be able to actually make a pyramid out of Alegria. Okay, it's basically ready. Just gonna give it a minute to thicken up. I don't think I've missed anything there. Nope. Excellent. Oh, I did just lose my chat though. Where'd that go? Come back here. There we go. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Let's clear some space. Oh, I've got my raisins. And you know, just wing it. I don't know where my cup is. It's supposed to be half a cup of raisins, but I mean, it's not an exact science. It's probably a little few more, to be honest. We're probably not going to have a lot of time when I pour it in before it starts to set, so we're going to have to be fast. So I want to make sure this is thoroughly mixed beforehand. Okay, I think we're good. Here's the moment of truth. So we've got our mixed nuts and grains. Let's just get these out of the way. Okay, so this, remember, this is cane sugar, honey, and sorry, you probably can't really see that, and a bit of lemon juice. Just all mixed together until it's melted down. Moment of truth. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to be fast here, get this all together. Just make sure I get to the corners there, don't miss any bits. Oh, it's, yeah, already getting pretty sticky. So, yes, I try to have some pretty chill vibes here. I don't have the energy of some other Twitch streamers, but we got the chill music, we got the cat, we got some tasty snacks. So keep things pretty chill here. It's currently raining in Vancouver, as it so often is. So got the sound of the rain outside. Okay, I think it's about as mixed as it's going to get. Whew. Okay, so let's just pat that down. Easy said than done. It's already quite lumpy and sticky. Come on, get out there. Okay, so I'm just going to rearrange, spin this around a little bit. Okay, getting there. Just going to make sure it's all pushed down so there's no like big bubbles or anything in there. Okay. Alrighty, well, so once this is done, I can set this aside. It's supposed to sit for 30-40 minutes, which is just enough time, hopefully, to play a round of Founders. I'm going to give a full rules overview. That'll take a little too long, But if anyone has any questions about the game, please feel free to ask. Actually, I'm just going to see if we can find something to really press this down. Okay. I want this to be pretty flat so I can stack it for the pyramids. Hopefully it doesn't stick to the pan now that I think of it. Okay, I think that's pretty good. We have Alegria, which again means joy. And what's more joyful than eating snacks and playing games with friends. Or alone, even. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to set this aside. Lay some of this aside. Make some room. Now. Okay, so I'm going to move the camera so you can actually see the game. You will of course lose Ted. You won't work about not seeing me. But we can leave this here. You can watch it set in real time. Okay. Okay, so excuse the vertigo for a second while I move this camera. Excellent. Now, I'm not sure if the camera's working, so the microphone's at a bit of a funny angle, so I'm not 100% sure that's going to work. But, and the game is also at a bit of an angle. I've had the main board here is sideways, so I can fit it all in a convenient angle. But each player has one of these boards that they're going to be playing tiles onto. So you can see a range of tetromino tiles here, both resource tiles and temple tiles. And the main aim of this game, very briefly, is to basically match these temple tiles, so the 3 colors of temple tiles, with corresponding pyramid tiles. So you're going to be building pyramid tiles in the center of your pyramid here, which, sorry, I just need to grab the box. So, I can show you an example here. I also need to start with some of these tiles. So we have some tiles, these pyramid tiles, they also have 3 colors. They're going to be played in the center here, in these spaces, like so. Oops, is that something on that one? Sorry, stop. Oh, it must be, it's an amaranth green. Shame, an amaranth is always in your pyramids. It gets everywhere. Okay, so you basically, we put the pyramids here, and then there's this board here split into 4 quadrants. You can see the lines here. So for each of the 4 quadrants, you're going to be scoring at the end of the game, and you want a temple tile in the same quadrant as a pyramid tile. So basically, for every pyramid tile here, a quadrant, like on this one's in both quadrants, so it counts them both. For each pyramid tile that's orange, you get 2 points for each temple tile that's in the same quadrant. And again, if I have a temple tile on the edge of 2 quadrants and a temple tile on the edge of both quadrants, that's counting both. So 2 points for this quadrant and 2 points for this quadrant. Whereas if I had a blue tile, oops, here, I just get the 2 points. So this is worth 4 points because it's crisscrossing both. This is worth 2 points. If I had 2 blue tiles, that would be worth 4 points. So 2, 2. At some point, eventually, once you've got enough pyramid tiles down, you're going to be able to stack them, like so. And so the higher level ones are worth 3 points per matching. But that's getting a bit ahead of ourselves. So, before we... I start with 3. I need to place those. But before I figure out what I'm going to do, for the solo game, we have a couple of little AIs here. And that's basically... They're not doing very much. They're basically just moving to... because the resources, the tiles here, are limited. Each round, there's only 2 of each tile. And it's basically going to simulate those tiles going away and removing the supply. So that's all the AI is really doing. Oh, I forgot to get... Okay, I've got to grab a bag to mix up those AI. But first we're going to do... So what the solo mode is we have a... sorry, let me make sure the camera is seeing this. A grid of challenges. So there's 3 different types of challenges, 8 in each one. We're going to roll a dice, and that's going to tell us which challenge from each row we're going to do. So we have to complete we have to complete 3 different challenges each game. So let's roll that dice. 1 is each of your districts, the quadrants, must score at least 15 points. So I can't just focus everything in one zone. I think I had that one before, and it was very hard. At least if it doesn't combo with the right other challenges. Number 2 is have at least 4 stone buildings of size 2 or more. So these are the resource buildings. That one's actually pretty easy. I think if we focus on stone and focus on maybe blue, which requires a lot of stone, I think that could work pretty well. And our last challenge is 5. Have 25 victory points on resolved worship tiles. So these are little bonus tiles that we get as a result of whenever we build a temple tile, we get a worship tile, which might be used for various effects, like getting additional victory points or free resources and things. So those are our challenges. So 25 points from worship tiles and 15 points in each quadrant. Okay, well, and we need 4 stone. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to start. So we want to go heavy on blue, right? So I'm going to put the blue pyramid here, which gets us a blue. Sorry, this is not from the board, from the supply. We get a blue temple tile, blue temple tile. And again, if I put this here, now you'll see there's lots of masks here. That's another way of getting points, but we can't cover up any masks in these sort of starting freebies. So I'm going to put this pyramid top here. So we've already got 4 points, and that's 2 in each zone there. So we're already got some good progress. I'm going to put this here to get... Oh, what I didn't do was grab a worship tile, because I built a blue temple tile, so I get a blue worship tile. So what this is, for example, is if I can trade this in, if I have 5 single tile resources, I get 12 points. So why don't we just leave that there? Yeah, it's very tricksy for a tile laying game. It's you haven't even seen some of the funky restrictions that come into this yet. So let's put this one down here. We're gonna get some stone. So you'll see here's one of the key restrictions. So resources, you have these buildings that generate resources, but it takes up actual space on the board. So if I put this temple tile here, sorry, this resource building here, I put stone on every square orthogonally adjacent to it. And if there were any other buildings in the way, I just wouldn't get that resource. If I build a building adjacent to this where there is stone, I would lose that stone. So temple tiles you kind of want bundled up and close together. You know what, I've actually changed my mind, because if I do this... No, I can't do that. Wait, if I do it that way. I'm just thinking how I can get two blue tiles in here, but I don't know if it's even possible. Maybe not. We'll just do that anyway. So temple tiles you kind of want bundled up together, but resource tiles you want to keep separate. They take up literal real estate on your board. You need space to make the most of them. As the game goes on, that's gonna diminish, obviously. So finally, we've got some stone. I think this one. No, I want to make sure we leave room for another blue tile here to double up on that. So why don't we put this over here? Just get some wood. So that was a 3. Yeah, that's a 3. Just double checking up the right sizes. So 3 wood. Okay. So why don't we put this one up here? I'm gonna try and save the on. See, this is what I had last time. I had this challenge to every quadrant had to have 15 points, but I had another challenge that said I couldn't build across the quadrants, which is like the key way of getting points. So that losing that was huge. Those two challenges together felt very much impossible. I think this one feels a little more doable. I do lose 1 wood there, but that's okay. We need to save some space for some temples. So that's our starting setup. So ready to start. I have 6 action discs that I can place on the board. I can put down 1 to 3 at a time, but it can only be up to 3 discs on any particular action location, and that's from any player. So basically you're forming stacks here. So I'll put down I could, if it was a multiplayer game, I could put a tile there, then orange could put a tile there, and then purple could put a tile there. Now there are 4 discs on that space, because that's including the bonus tile. There's 4 there, and that's now maxed out. Or I could just put down 3 all at once. And so there's some interesting interaction in the mechanics there, because the more when you place a tile, the more discs that are there, the more powerful the turn as well. So it's quite tricksy. So what we're looking at here is this AI is going to take a turn. So if orange takes a turn, they're going to take a resource token, and they're going to take a gold one. Purple here, if they take a turn, they're going to take a temple tile, and it's going to be a blue one. So that's basically their priorities right now, and every time they take a turn, these discs will move along and their priorities will change. So blue's going for a blue. We want to get blue. There's only 3 rounds, and so there's only 6 blue tiles, 6 temple tiles are going to be available across this game. So I need to jump on those fast. So I think we're going to go straight for that. What I do need to find quickly is a bag to put their tokens in. Let me see. You know what? My daughter's crayon cup, that'll do. You just need something to put the discs in. Okay, so I go first. What I'm going to do is I want to build a blue temple tile. So it has 4 squares on it, so I need strength of 4. By default, it's going to cost 2 stone. If I have 4 discs on a stack here, that's just going to cost. It's only going to cost me 2 stone. If I have less than 4 discs on there, I have to pay the difference. So for every disc that I'm 1 less, I have to pay a wood. Now, if I'm the first player to go here, I get the bonus. So what this happens here is what this one says. Probably can't see. I get a bonus point, and it increases the strength of this action by 1. So I'm going to put a disc here. So I now have a strength of 2. The bonus disc counts as 1 plus my action disc, but the bonus gave me an extra 1. So I have a strength of 3. Again, I need 4 for this blue temple tile. So I have to pay 1 difference. There's 1 wood. So I'm going to pay 2 stone and 1 wood to grab this blue temple tile. Now this one, again, I don't think I can place this across the boundaries. So we're going to put it here. Okay. Again, what I didn't do is these should be flipped up. So I actually have the choice of 2 of these worship tiles. Okay, well, we need to make sure we get a lot of grey tiles. I'm going to take this one, and it requires a stone building and a gold building. So we're going to take that. Now, what we do is we draw 2 discs for the AI. So first is going to be yellow and then purple. Okay, so yellow, again, he's going to take a building here. I get to choose which one he's going to take. So I'm going to put the disc here. He doesn't actually get anything. All he does is he's going to take, because he only plays 1 disc, he gets the smallest of the available resource that he wants. That is gold, so he's going to take this gold building. And then he moves along, and his priorities move on. Now purple's going to go. I get to choose which tile to put them in, so I can sort of set the game up a little bit. What I'm actually going to do is put it here. So again, she's going to want a blue temple tile, unfortunately, so I miss out on that. It's gone. And then it's back to me. So I could grab. Okay, so they move along again. Oh, and that moves on as well. So purple's going to grab a green pyramid tile. I can live with that. Orange is also going to try to grab blue. There's none left. That's fine. So nothing we're particularly missing out on. I think we should start grabbing some more resources. Oh, I goofed already. See, this is one of my key points with the review. Key restriction in this game is this little architect that is so hard, that's so easy to forget about. When you place a tile on your board, it has to be in the 2 quadrants closest to your architect. So I could not build down here. And that is so hard to remember that issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this here instead. Wait, no. Here. No. So I'm trying to make sure that I have room for something else to go in there later, but that's fine. Let's just do that. That's fine. Then at the end of my turn, he moves. So now this current turn, I can only build here. And it's so hard to forget to do this. I have a little Lego proxy somewhere. I left him downstairs though. Okay, so we are looking to get some points here. So we could, we could build an orange temple tile, but to do that we need gold. So I think what we need to do right now is we need to get some gold. So why don't we do that? I'm going to put. Would like that, but that's okay for now. What we're going to do is we're going to go here. So now I now have strength 3, which will give me this. So this has to go somewhere in here. Where can I put this that's not going to block me? You know what? I'm going to put it here. Which gets us a bunch of gold. Well, the other thing I forgot, sorry, was that this bonus tile gave me a victory point. And the goal here for this solo mode is to get 80 points. Okay, so we miss out. See, we miss out on 1 gold here because there's already stone there. I could decide to lose that stone and put a gold there instead, but we're already short on stone. And I could have spaced this out more to make sure I get all the gold, but I need to make sure I don't miss out. I need to make sure I leave room for the temple tiles as well. We need to have points in every 4 quadrant. So that's our turn. Architect's going to move again. What now? Am I forgetting anything? You've got to currently run through the list of things you're forgetting. So, okay, back to AI. We've got purple and purple. Okay, so the purple's going to double up turn this round. So, again, they're going to go for green. So, I don't think we're going to put this one here. And they grab a green pyramid tile. That's it. So, back to me. Sorry, not quite. That moves, and that moves. So purple is now looking for a grey building. That's all right. There's still grey buildings there. We haven't run out of those just yet. So I think we're now going to look at building that orange temple tile, right? So let's do that. Let's let's say we put this on here. So we now have a strength of 4, which is giving us 4. We need 5 to build this. So we're going to have to pay 1 extra. So we're going to need 2 stone and a gold. We get this. We're going to put this here. Or do we want to... You know what? Because our architect is here, it means we can actually cover that up for both. That's fine. Okay, so I get a temple tile. I'm going to take, sorry, a worship tile. I'm going to take that. Okay, and then architect moves again. So back to AI. We've got purple and purple again. Okay, so purple's being very aggressive right now. So I need to place both these discs. I cannot place on this one because that would go over the limit of 4. So I have to place here, unfortunately, and lose that bonus. So because they placed 2 discs, they want the largest. They're going to take the largest color of their priority, which is grey. So they're going to take one of those. Come on. Okay. So now back to me. Okay. So what have we got? We're over here. What can we try and build over here? We could try and... Oh, the blues are gone. We could try and build a pyramid tile. Because you know what? Because they've now put their discs down, I can power up. So this is one of the key things here. Is about taking advantage of where other people are putting their discs and to power up your own abilities. So in a multiplayer game, obviously, that's much more... There's that real push and pull of you need to put discs down, but you don't want to inadvertently give power to your opponent's next action. It's a little more deterministic here, so you can game it a little bit. But it's a really clever system of like a lot of interaction in bidding for these action spaces and trying to get as much advantage as you can without giving too much advantage to your opponents. So we're going to jump on here. So that gives us, with only 1 disc, we've got strength 4. So we can buy a temple tile, which costs 2 gold and a wood. So the value, these all basically cost 4. You need a strength 4 to take them. You can pay gold to make up the difference. But we're at 4 or 4, so that's pretty good. So I think we're going to go into the blue. We're going to place this here, which will give us a victory point and another production building. So we're going to go into the stone, because remember we have a challenge to have a whole bunch of stone. So we're going to take a stone here. Now it has to go here. So why don't we put that down there? Okay, oops. Let's overflow there. Okay. Wait, why are these discs here? These discs should be in a cup. I think I just forgot to put them in the cup. Hang on. Just take a quick hydrate. Okay. So we just took our turn, so architect moves. Okay. We've only got 2 discs left. Okay, so we draw 2 of these. It is 2 oranges. Okay, now you know what? I realised I didn't move that last turn. And move this. Okay, that's more upkeep to remember. The AI on this is pretty simple to it's very simple what they do, but there is some upkeep that it's a little easy to forget. There's already so many things that's easy to forget in this game. Moving your own architect is hard enough, let alone moving the opponent's architect as well. So 2 orange. It's going to have to go here, unfortunately, and block that. Orange wants well, they want blue. They can't have blue, so I actually have to choose which one they're going to get. I think. I'm going to give them green because I want that orange. Okay, that's that. So orange moves. So orange is going to grab. What's orange going to grab? Orange is going to grab this green tile. That's okay. They can have that. So I've got 2 discs left. I could jump on here for a bonus build action if I so wish. But I don't know that that's... What can I even get for a build action? I have strength 3, so I could build more resource, another resource building. Or I could build one of these for free. Interesting. That could work. Do I even want that green temple tile? No, I don't think we want that green temple tile. I think we're going to go for orange. So I could just... Yeah, you know what? I can place 1 disc here, which gives me strength 4 out of 5. This orange, so I need to pay 1 extra stone. So 2 stone and a gold to get this. And we're going to put... Ooh, you know what? No, I'm going to put the stone back. I'm going to put this stone back. I think it was there. And spend this stone instead, so I can slide this in here. It's covering 2 different quadrants. Okay, and if we can get an orange pyramid tile here, that's some juicy points right there. So, oh, except I'm cheated. I cheated again because my architect is up here. Okay. Oh well. In that case. Do I even want to do this? I have to get points in these quadrants at some point, so I think we're just going to have to deal with it. Why don't we build it there? That'll do. And I get a temple tile, sorry, a worship tile. Let's take this one. So some of these tiles say if you have these buildings, you get points. Others, like the orange ones especially, tend to be actually you gain points and something else. So it's a little bit inconsistent. Like the visuals aren't great here. Like this one says if you have these buildings, get 9 points. This one says you get 5 points and a building. They both have very similar iconography, but you just learn to know what to look for. Okay, so what I didn't do, when I built this temple tile, I built this pyramid tile earlier. I should have gotten another 2 points. Okay, so okay. Oh, I think it's their turn. Oops, let's just flip this. Flip this. Okay. Okay, so purple. Where's purple? Purple can't do anything. Both bases are completely full, so they're going to jump over here, where I can put a disc, and they're going to grab a blue. Okay. Oh well. Then orange. Wait, before I forget again. Purple moves. Then orange. It's also going to go there and grab green. They move. That moves. Okay. So no more green, huh? Alright, well, sorry, my architect moves. I could build an orange pyramid tile. You know what? That wouldn't be too bad, because if I put one here, it's going to count both of these. That could work. Or I could just put one up here where it's gonna, because I really need to start getting some points up here as well. Okay, so let's do that. We'll put one here. And we'll put this here, which gives me 4 points. Okay. Oh, and another 2 points for having built that. Okay, so we're at 10 points of 80. So we're 1 of 3 rounds in, and we have 1/8 of our points that we need. But we haven't counted what's on the board here either. Okay, so that... Oh, I need to actually pay my resources. That's 2 gold and a wood. Okay. That's round 1 of the game. There are 3 rounds. Okay, so just a little bit of upkeep to reset. Now, here's the other restriction that comes in each round. You lose one of your action discs. I now only have 5. These all go back in the cup. These get shuffled around. So these bonus discs are randomized each turn. Hey, Ted. Again, let me know if anyone has any questions, if I've forgotten to mention anything in particular. Because I haven't used these influence actions at the bottom. Basically, whenever you put an action disc down, you can either take the top action or the bottom action. These tend to be pretty supplemental. At least at the beginning, you really want to have buildings. These can help sort of pass time. If you can't afford to actually build anything, they can help you get some resources or fulfill some... You can complete the worship tiles. But your architect still moves. So if your architect isn't in a position where you want to build anything, you can still take an action and force him to move. So oh, there it is. So there's my 5 action discs. Now we need to replenish these. Where's the gold tiles? Gold tiles. Okay. So these replenish each round. There's always going to be 2 of each tile. And what else do I need? I need these. Okay. Alright, that's that. So, before we start this turn, because just to simulate that it is one of the other players' turns first, let's shake that up. They get... So what's he going to do? He's going to go... here. Orange is going to take gold building, the smallest gold building, and then move. But then he claims a mask for anywhere where there's an action disc, so we lose the top mask. So the masks, again, if you cover up any grouping of a mask, you take the top value mask of the matching color. So this is the most valuable mask in the game, unfortunately, which he just nabbed. So we've had other priorities though. That's okay. So now it's back to me. I've got my 5 discs, and what are we trying to achieve here? So let's have a quick tally up of what our points are. So this quadrant, we've got 4 points. Yes, 4 points in this quadrant. This quadrant only has 2. This one has 2. This one has 4, I think. Okay, so out of 15 we need in each quadrant. So we're going to need to ramp this up a bit. But we've got a couple of spaces here where we can add some temples, so that's good. Okay, well... Okay, here's an idea. Okay, what can we do here? We can... Okay, well... Let's have a quick look at what they're going to do. Okay, so orange is going to grab a blue temple tile. Purple is going to grab a gold. Okay, if we want gold, we need to move on that fast because we're nearly out of gold. So I think we actually will do that. We're going to jump on here, grab this gold. This one looks better. It's bigger for sure, but it gets you just as much gold and takes up more room. So I really don't know the logic of this tile, to be honest. Okay, so we've got gold to place. Let's put it... Oh, to go here. You know what? I don't think we moved him in the last turn, so I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be there. So let's put that. Ooh, that's not. There's actually not very much space to put that. Excuse me. Yes, I'll feed you when I'm done here, thank you. Ted is demanding his payment for having sat on the cat cam. Well, I could put it there, but that's not netting me very much, is it? Ouch. I don't like that. Is that even worth doing then? Maybe not. I think that's still the best option. Okay, so if we do... So we get one... Get some gold there. Some gold there. And I could choose... You know what, I'm going to swap out one of these stone for a gold. Because we're getting more stone before long, trust me. Okay, so we've done that. Architect moves. Now, their turn again. Got purple and orange. So purple is going to go... I'm going to save myself this freebie here, just in case. So purple is going to go there. And grab gold. And, and then move. And orange is going to go here and grab. Sorry, what do they grab? They want blue. They're going to grab blue. Okay, there we go. And then move. Okay, so now he's going to grab a green temple, and purple's going to grab an orange temple. That's okay. I think we can live with both of those again. All right, so what are we trying to achieve now? I think we want to get another orange. We want to get, actually, you know what? I think we need to get some more pyramid tiles before they disappear. So, excuse me, Ted. If we do this... Wait. Yeah, let's do this. So I do this. Wait, no, I haven't got 4 strength. Ooh, that's tough. That is tough. Okay. 4 strength, so I'd be wasting a lot of gold if I do it that way. So in a sense, I actually want to wait for him to take that action before I do it. Hello, Ted. Okay, well, yeah, it's you know what? We need to get points from temple tiles. Sorry, from worship tiles. So I think we have to start looking at these. So this one needs a green. So I think we're going to build a green. So for 2 stone and a wood. Sorry, 1 stone and 2 wood. 1 stone, 2 wood. And we're going to put this, oh, it has to be over here. So we're going to put this close to here as we can. You know what, no, I'll just put it over here to block those masks off. So I would have liked to put it over across the border there, but that's not going to happen. That's okay. So if we took that, now we can claim the worship tile. Okay, and we did gain, I do get a point and a resource of my choice, basically. So what are we short on right now? We're pretty short on wood, so I get wood, I can put it anywhere. But I'll just stick it over there. Okay. Okay, let's go digging. What do we got? 2 orange. Okay, the double orange is going to go here, and they're going to grab green. That's it. Okay, so now we can piggyback off their turn. Oh, sorry, what they didn't do is move. There we go. So they're going to now looking for. They're going to grab that last gold. We want that gold. We do want it for this, but I don't think we're going to complete this anyway, so it's okay. I'm going to jump on here, piggyback off of this to grab. Wait, this architect didn't move, so I have to build here. Okay, well, in that case, I think we're going to build orange. So that's 2 gold and a wood. 2 points. And this is going to go here. I'll grab... You know what? No. I'm going to put it here. Because then we can grab this and double that up. So that's an extra 4 points just there. Extra 2 points in each quadrant, put it that way. And I get a worship tile of my choice, which this one. Okay, we are running out of actions. We've only got like 5 actions left in the game. Don't like my chances of catching up, to be honest. Okay, so orange goes here, grabs the gold, moves. Purple, it doesn't really matter. So purple will go there. Purple wants an orange. Okay, so that's the last of that, and purple moves. Okay. So, at some point we're going to have to start claiming these worship tiles. We need 15? No, we need, what was it? 25 VP. Yeah, okay, that's going to be tough. Okay, so we're going to have to start claiming those, huh? Okay, well, we can claim this one. So what we can do, interesting. But this bonus tile here, I definitely want to claim. I'm gonna have to pay resources, but I don't want to miss out on that. So we're gonna go here. So we've only got 2 power of the 4 that we need, and again, I didn't get the 2 points from that. I don't think I did. Okay, so we need to pay 2 gold and a wood. Plus 2 additional gold. That's tough. Okay. But now we can choose another pyramid tile. Do we want another orange or do we want another blue? If I put a blue here. Wait, you didn't move again. Okay, so what we're looking at is here. I could put an orange here. Blue, yeah, blue's no good on this side. So we definitely want orange. Now I could put orange here to boost this one, or I could put it here to boost this one. I think this is the struggling more right now, so I'm going to put this here. So I get 2 points. And now I get a free influence action, so what I'm going to do is... basically I get one of these actions here. I'm going to choose this one. I'll take this point here, which gives me 5 points. And a 1 tile resource. So I think we're out of wood right now, so I think we're going to grab a wood. I could stick it here to grab a mask, but I think I need the actual wood more. So let's put that there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, back to AI. Purple. Purple's going to stack on here. Okay, which means they're going to grab blue. And then move and move. Okay. Oh, and my architect didn't move again. Throw a coin in the jar every time I forget to move him. Okay, so what now? I've got 1 turn left for this round. We are running out of time here. Whew. Where can I get some points? So architect is down here. It might be worth grabbing some resources because remember we need a whole bunch of grey buildings for the end of the game too. So it might be there's no room to put anything though. There's no room to actually generate any resources. I could take a supplemental action here which puts more resources on my existing buildings, but I do need grey buildings. I do. So, in fact... yeah, I think we have to do this. Except where can I... Literally, where can I put it? If I put it there, it's only getting me 3 stone. I don't know if there's anywhere that can go. Okay, here comes the analysis paralysis train. Ooh boy. I'd also get 2 stone and 2 gold and 1 wood if I just use the supplemental action here. Or I could put these. I need stone. How many stone buildings do I need? I need 4 stone buildings, and I've only got 2. Wow, I think I have to build it if we have any chance of hitting that goal. So I think here is literally the only place that's going to get me the most, and that's only 3 stone. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Not the best, but it's something. Okay, so that's end of round 2. And 3. Now it's reset. So he moves back in the cup with you. I lose an action disc again, so I only have 4 actions left. That is nothing. And I am so far behind. No, that was right. Okay. Okay, so let's replenish, and then we'll quickly calculate how far behind we are in the points here. As I did say in my review, I'm not a huge fan of the solo game. So sometimes it just feels like in a multiplayer game, you play badly, you can at least just say, oh well, I was outplayed by my opponent. Whereas here, sometimes it just feels like you have no good option because it's so deterministic based on what the AI is doing, and where your own architect is moving. Unless you can think enough turns in advance, it just feels like you have no good option, and you just give it into the AI, or the AI just logic puzzle beat me this time. doesn't feel as satisfying when you to lose to, put it that way. Okay, and it also depends on the combo. I mean, this combo of challenges actually felt surprisingly easy compared to some of the others I've had, and I'm still not very likely to win it. I've tried like 3 different combinations and I've lost them all so far. Okay, there we go. So I've got 4 actions left. Let's take a quick look at how we're going on the points here. So this quadrant has 1, 2 temples times 1, 2. So that's 4, 8. 8 points in this quadrant. This quadrant has 4 8s as well. This quadrant has 3, 5, 7 points. So 7, about halfway in all of them. This quadrant has 2, 2, 2, so 6, not even less. So 8, 8, 7, 6. Not very good. We're 3 or 4 on the stone buildings, and we're 5 of 25 on the worship tiles. So yeah, I don't think we have a chance here, but let's power through anyway. Let's go quickly reshuffle these. Okay. Well, first, there goes Area gets 2 turns first now. Well, this really doesn't matter. So orange goes, grabs a blue. And moves. And then purple goes and grabs... what do they want? They want the gold. Moves. And then 2 masks come off. Okay, there's 7 points from masks there, but I think getting points is the least of my concerns right now. I need very specific points over here. So, wow. If I put a temple tile here, I can also build a temple. So that's not bad, but I'll try and piggyback off of a build action there. I have no gold. Wow. Okay, well here's my architect. So I've only got 1 action in each of the 4 spots left. So I need to really maximize this. So if I put a blue temple tile here, it'll help this quadrant. But not really. It won't only help this quadrant. It is the furthest behind. What about temple? I don't know if I can build a temple here. Can I even fit the temple here? I cannot. Wait. Nope. Cannot fit the temple in this quadrant. Yikes. Okay, well. Okay. Let's say we need a stone building. We need a stone. Well, let's at least try and complete that. So if we do this, get a point, and I've got power 3 here, so I can build this. I can put it here for a whole bunch of stone. You know what? I don't need a huge amount of stone. Wait, I can use stone for points. So we'll put stone here. Oops. Okay. So we've got stone. And that's that. Okay, so architect moves. Double orange. I really want this supplemental action, so I'm going to put orange here. Orange gets... Orange is looking for green. Orange moves. Okay, so we're now up here. What can I do to maximize effects here? It's probably building a temple here, but again, I'm short on gold. I really should have thought of that, shouldn't I? I could take a supplemental action. I could, which would give me some gold. I think I have to do that. Okay. I really need to use a supplemental action to complete these, but I can't build a temple unless I'm building gold. So, but I also no, it wouldn't even give you enough gold to even build it in the first place. So there's no point doing that. Wow. Very much behind right now. Okay, so could I build a temple? I could build, I mean, orange is really the only thing that's going to matter up here. I can build an orange here, but that's going to get me 4 points. Still not close enough to being anywhere close to winning. I feel like I'm missing something in the rules here that is putting me further behind than I need to be, but maybe I'm just not very good at this. It's not as obvious when you're playing against an opponent and you're both doing badly, at least, but that way. But this feels extremely punishing. So I think we're just going to have to roll with the punches. No gold, huh? You know what? Let me do this. If I do this, I can take the supplemental action here of completing this, which is 9 points. Three, 4. No, 32. Okay, because I've got one each of the temple tiles. So I've completed that. So that's now 14 of 25. Okay. And then I get a free build action of 2. Free build action of 2, which I could use to build. What could I build? I don't think it matters. So green's not good up here. Why don't I build why don't I put this blue? I think we'll do that. So blue needs 2 stone. And I'm two powers under, so I need 2 wood as well. So let's go 2 stone, 2 wood. Put this here. Okay. Double purple. Okay, so again, doesn't matter where it goes, so we'll just put that there. Purple's going to grab an orange and move. Easy. Oh, and my architect did not move. There we go. Okay, so over here. Again, I'm in the same situation as before. I really need to be able to build a temple tile here, but it's not going to happen without gold. So you know what? I should have just no. I couldn't have built a gold tile previously because I was 1 hour short. That's okay. That's okay. I mean, I could just complete a goal, so we'd at least have hit, even if we still lose, we would have hit 2 of our 3 goals. If I can get more points from this, so I think that's the play here. We still lose, but we'll 2 out of 3 ain't bad, huh? How about that? If I do that though, no, that's a complete waste to be honest. I may as well just go here and take the supplemental action rather than waste it there. Interesting. Do I take gold? Can I get gold? So I do it here. The next turn I can play something here. So purple draws 2, so I'm screwed. That's okay. Let's roll with it. We're gonna lose anyway. So I'm gonna go here and build. I can't build that. I can only build this. Oh man. Okay, sorry. Wow. No. Let's just do this. So all these orange here, we can at least get something with that. So, I need gold. No, I need gold. Okay. Well, I've really put myself in a corner with no gold. So yeah, we have to do this then. So grab the gold. And where can I put the gold? That would get me 5 gold. That's okay. Okay. Orange. Okay, orange goes there. Orange grabs gold. Doesn't matter. Oh, orange moves. Okay, last section of the game. Oh, architect is here now. Here. So the most points I can do, I think, is build the. Yeah, I'm never going to hit the 15 points in each quadrant. That just it's really hard to spread yourself out like that. Focusing on just one quadrant is much more valuable. So I think we're just going to make sure that we hit the other goal of the worship tiles. So we're going to go here. I'm going to spend 2 gold, a wood. I need 2 more gold to make up the difference. We're going to build a orange temple tile here. Sorry, pyramid tile here. It's 2 points. And I get a free supplemental action from that bonus, which I'm going to use. This one, I can trade in stone for points. So if I do, how short am I? I am at 14. I need 25. Oh, well, no, I can't even hit that then. Oh no, I can. If I trade in all 8, I'd be at 26. Okay, so I can 2 stone for 3 points up to 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To complete that for 12 points. 6. So that is 12 points. 21 points, 26 points. Yeah, so okay, so we hit that goal. That's the game. Okay, so scoring. Here we have, so each temple on the bottom level is worth 2 points for matching temple in its quadrant. So I've got 2 temples, so that's 4 times 2, 8 points. Even though it's not enough, I'll still claim those points. Okay, down here we've got 3 for any pyramid tiles on the upper level. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 1, so 7 points. Here, let's look at orange again. We've got 3 times 1, so 3 points. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 times 1. So it's 7 total. Oh, and sorry, another 2 there. So 9 total. So again, not even going to hit that threshold in one of the quadrants. Over here we've got, for blue, we've got 2 times 1, 2, 3. So that's 6 points. And 2 times 1, 2, so that's 4 points. So 10. Well, that's the closest we've gotten yet. So we're at 80 points. So we hit the 80 points that we needed. Except some of these challenges add... So 80 points is the threshold to win in a solo game. Except some of these challenges add additional points that you need. So we actually needed 90 in this one, I think. Yeah, we needed 90. Because it subtracts 10 victory points from your final score. So we only actually have 70. So, yeah, okay. So we lose on that front. We hit 2 of our 3 goals. But couldn't quite maximize the points in the quadrants here, unfortunately. I'll feed you in a minute, okay? Okay, excuse me 1 second as I sneeze. Okay, so let's bring this camera back up. Okay. Thanks so much for joining me, everyone. Hope that was a learning experience of how not to play Founders of Teotihuacan. At the very least, we have some tasty snacks to allay our defeat. So let me just get all this out of the way. And I'll very quickly look at cutting some of this up and see how that worked out. Cutting board. Okay. So, yeah, it feels pretty cool to touch. So, I feel like I'm going to need a heavy duty knife for this. Yeah, that's really in there, huh? I don't know if it's going to come out of the pan. I'm sure there was some secret to making sure that's to prepping the pan, but wow. I might have to. This is going to take longer than I anticipated, I think. So let's see if I can cut a cube out. Okay, that's something. Okay. Let me just, where are we? Come on, camera. You can do it. There we go. Okay, so there's your cube of Alegria. Sorry, a bit shadowy there. Once I get a little bit more, I'll be able to cut it up a little more evenly. Once I can work out this for a bit. But that's our Alegria. I'll just have a quick taste. So it sticks your teeth together. But yeah, very tasty. The amaranth does taste a little bit like popcorn, obviously, for obvious reasons. Has a similar sort of nutty texture. Yeah, that's very tasty. It's sweet, not in a like a very sugary way. It's the honey sweetness. So a little more subtle. That's very nice. Excellent. Okay. Let me just unclench my jaw. I can certainly find some joy in that, I think. And I wish I could share some with all of you. But it's pretty easy to make. If you want to try that for yourself, check out your local Mexican grocer for amaranth or panela. Where did I find the amaranth? I found it at... I remember now. I had to go to a Whole Foods. Yeah, it was like the organic aisle. You would often find it. If you don't just have like check the international section first, especially if you're a Mexican grocer, or otherwise just the organic aisle or like the organic supplement stores will sometimes have it. So yeah, that is Founders of Teotihuacan. Check out my review on YouTube, and for some more of my thoughts. I think the solo mode feels a little flat for me, but it's really engaging at multiple players. Like the push and pull of those player discs is sort of trying to block each other from getting more powerful actions while taking advantage yourself. It's a little more even that way. It doesn't look quite as punishing when you're both pushing and pulling. So that interaction is really key to the enjoyment of this game. So yeah, what's up next? I'm streaming Morrowind on Sunday again. Back to that. Vibe in Bardenfell. We're going to keep an eye out for the Great Western Trail review for the podcast. That should again drop later this week or early next week. And that's about it for now. I've got like the next reviews are very early. I just got in Lock and Roll and Mooncake Masters, I think it's called, from Ori Game. So I'm very excited to check those out. But that'll be a while in the works. I have Oath. Yes, my next Oath feast is coming up probably next week or the week after. I've got it planned out. I just need to coordinate it. So stay tuned for that. Okay, thanks everyone. Let me check who's on. I'm guessing Brain in the Jar and Barnes are still playing Barrage. So they're going to be quite a while at that. Let's see if anyone else is on. Yeah, there they are. Okay, let's see how they're doing. All right, thanks everyone. Have a good week.